Welcome back. Today's episode is for the bunkers. And if that word is new to you, a bunker is someone who, during conflict or emotional intensity, goes inward, goes quiet, withdraws, shuts down, not to punish anyone, not to win, but because your nervous system has hit a wall and there's simply nothing left to give. If you're a seeker listening, stay. Because understanding your partner's experience from the inside out is one of the most powerful things you can do for your relationship. What I'm about to describe might change everything about how you interpret their silence. I want to ask you something, Bunker. When you're in the middle of a conflict and you go quiet, what is actually happening inside you? Because from the outside, it looks like you don't care. Like you've checked out. Like you're fine while your partner is falling apart. But I've sat with enough bunkers to know that the inside tells a completely different story. You're overwhelmed, not by one thing, by everything. By the emotion in the room, by the words coming at you, by your own fear of saying the wrong thing and making it worse. By the history of all the times you tried and it didn't land right. By the shame of knowing your partner is hurting and not being able to fix it. And here's what's happening physiologically. Your nervous system has entered what researcher Dr. Stephen Porges calls the dorsal vagal state. This is a shutdown response, ancient, automatic, and beyond your conscious control once it's triggered. Your heart rate drops. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that does empathy, language, emotional attunement, it goes significantly offline. You're not being withholding. You're, in a very real neurological sense, incapacitated. The cruelest part of this is that you often know your partner needs you. You can see them hurting, and you want to reach. But it's like your arms just won't move. There's a wall between the wanting and the doing. And that gap fills up with shame. And shame makes you shut down worse. Here's what I need you to understand about what happens on the other side of your silence. Your partner, especially if they're a seeker, is not just emotionally uncomfortable when you go quiet. Their nervous system is in a threat response. Genuine physiological alarm. Because their brain has learned that silence precedes loss. And your silence, no matter how unintentional, is sending a signal that says you are alone right now. They don't experience your shutdown as they need space. They experience it as abandonment in slow motion. And so they do the only thing their nervous system knows how to do. They pursue. They knock on the door. They send another text. They follow you into the other room. Not to punish you, because their nervous system is screaming. And they're reaching for the one thing that calms it down. You. So you retreat further, and they pursue harder. And the loop accelerates until someone shuts down completely or someone explodes. And neither of those is a resolution. The thing that could interrupt this entire cycle is something so small, it almost seems too simple. But I promise you it works. I call it the "I'm still here" signal. And it's exactly what it sounds like. When you feel yourself hitting your threshold, when you can sense the shutdown coming before it fully arrives, I want you to give your partner one small, deliberate signal that communicates, I haven't left the relationship. I've just hit my biological limit. This can be physical, hand on their arm, eye contact held for 3 seconds with a slow nod, a brief touch on the shoulder as you pass them. It can be verbal, and I mean brief, just 5 words. I'm not gone, I'm overwhelmed. Or I need 10 minutes. I'm coming back. Or even just, I hear you, I can't right now. Here's why this changes everything. Your partner's nervous system is scanning for one piece of information. Have I been abandoned? The I'm still here signal answers that question. It says the attachment is intact. This is a pause, not a departure. And when the seeker's nervous system gets that signal, even a small one, the urgency drops. Not completely, but enough. You're not being asked to have the conversation before you're ready. You're not being asked to perform emotional availability you don't have. You're being asked to make one small gesture that keeps the tether from snapping while you go get your resources back. And here's the practice. I want you to identify right now what your signal is going to be. Choose one. Make it something you can do even when you're overwhelmed. Something small enough that it doesn't require you to be fully online. Is it a hand on the arm? A specific phrase? A look? Choose it. Tell your partner what it means. Do that when you're calm, not in the middle of conflict. Say, when I do this, it means I'm overwhelmed and I need some time, but I'm not leaving. That conversation had once, from a regulated state, can change the entire architecture of how you fight. Bunker. I want to close with something I mean very sincerely. The shame you carry about this pattern is one of the heaviest things in the room during conflict. And shame makes regulation harder. It adds weight to an already overloaded system. So I want to offer you a reframe. You are not emotionally unavailable. You're a person whose nervous system learned to protect itself, and by extension the relationship, by shutting down. That was smart once. It kept things from exploding. It kept you from saying things you couldn't take back. But your partner needs to tether more than they need the protection. They need to know you're still there even when you can't fully be there. And that one small signal is how you give them that, without requiring anything your system currently can't provide. Tomorrow's episode is for both of you. A joint tool I call the Space Protocol. It might be the most practical thing I share all week. I'll see you then.